YouTube, B Smokehouse back here with you. And today we're going to be doing a pork butt. But not just any pork butt. This is a DUROC pork butt. This is about 7.7 pounds. So, what is DUROC pork? So, there are about 25 different breeds of heritage hogs. These are all farm-raised hogs. What's different about them? Their diet, what they eat, the activities they do while on the farm makes for a superior product over store-bought commodity pork. Now, I was walking through Sprouts. I said, hey, we're going to do a pork butt today. It just so happened they had DUROC heritage pork, aka DUROC pork. So this is going to be a much superior product when done than, say, your store-bought Walmart branded pork, right? But it gets treated the same. It gets treated the same. Now, this for 7 pounds was about $23. A bit pricey, but if you if you compare, the same thing in brisket, to the different types of brisket you can get, your certified black Angus, all the way up to your Wagyu. It's the same. Different breed of pork, different type of pork. Flavors are outstanding, right? A lot more fat. Don't have to worry about a dry product. Now, some of you might say, well, I wouldn't have to worry about a dry product with any pork, but true. However, the flavor in this is going to be way different than, again, your commodity pork. So, give me a minute. Let me get cleaned up. I'll show you guys how we're going to get this seasoned, and I'll be back. All right, today we're simply going seasoned salt and black pepper. You see it back here. It's a seasonal Fiesta brand and black pepper. That's it. All right, so let's flip this over. I give it a little pat. Still very moist. No real need for a binder. Now I'm going to get this seasoned up. Let it sit here and get a fire started. We're going to get this on. Black pepper down first. Real simple. Nothing. This should be a real simple cook, guys. Alright. Let's get it. Going simply with the flavors, because again, the type of pork this is, you still want that pork flavor. Get all the sides, and then I'll come back with my salt. And we'll wait till last to get the presentation side. All right. In. Now get all the sides. Real simple. it. Now I'm gonna go down. Okay, you can see this. So this is the fat cap, and then we have under the fat cap. If there's fat here, this would be known as a false bacon. Of course, this side was the money muscle. Okay, pat it in, and then top it off with that salt. Alright, so this is going to sit here for the next 15-20 minutes while I get a fire started. It's going to tack up, and then we're going to get it on. I'm kind of already behind the power curve. It's going on 10 o'clock here. But let me get a fire started. This shouldn't take all day. We might push that fire nice and hot, and then we're going to get this on. Stay tuned. Alright, so today we're on the Weber Kettle, the shallow Weber Kettle 22-inch. There's the big boy sitting over there in the corner. Alright, so let me show you guys my setup. Today we're running with the snake method. I got my snake started with some matchlight charcoal, about 3 charcoals here at the beginning of the snake. This is going to cook over time. You control this with your exhaust or intake. I've got two big pieces of post oak. There's that beautiful pork butt sitting over a pan of water. The water does several things. Helps with cleanup as well as stabilize temperatures. The charcoal we ran today is Kingsford Blue Bag. So I'm gonna get this top back on. If you're looking, you ain't cooking. My exhaust will be over here because then now we have a draw going across this pork butt. Stay tuned. I probably won't check this for the next 3.5, 4 hours. I'll be back when we have some motion. Alright, so this is at about 5 hours in. Starting to get some dry areas. That's fine. I might spritz in a little bit. You see that wood is still going. For 5 hours, that's pretty good timing on that snake. I am going to let this continue to roll. And then I'll be back in another hour or two to determine whether we're going to wrap or not. Let it go the full way. And also, then at that time, I will be probably putting in a probe in this so I can start munching temps. Stay tuned. Alright, here's our pork butt after 8.5 hours of cooking on the Weber Kettle. So now what I've done, I've put it in this fall pan over a cookie rack, cookie sheet. So now what I'm going to do is, I've already went ahead, we're going to spritz it, try to hydrate some of those spices. Alright, then other than that, I'm going to cover this with some foil. I put about half a cup of water in the bottom. So now we've got all the smoke that we want. We want to get this covered and get it into my oven. Again, guys, if this were the weekend, early in the weekend, Friday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, I would let this go the whole time on my Weber Kettle. It's Sunday afternoon, and I am trying to eat. So we're going to push this through in the oven. We're at about 165. So I imagine another hour or so in the oven. I'm on about 275 to 300. We should be good to go. I'll bring you guys back once this is tender and I've let it rest for about 20-30 minutes. And then we're going to make some sandwiches. Again, this video is not necessarily about the sandwiches. It is about the pork butt itself and that special heritage breed of pork that I was able to find. Stay tuned. YouTube, here's the finished product. I went ahead and chopped some. It got quite late on me. I can tell you this is absolutely delicious. I'm going to be eating it in a sandwich. However, this video is not about a sandwich. It's about this awesome pork butt, right? So what I've done here, I left a few knobs to the side. Some excellent bark on it. Shreds, no problem, right? That fat is there and it's rendered. Can you see that? Nice smoke ring on it. It's absolutely juicy. So in my opinion, this pork tastes a bit cleaner than commodity pork. There's also a nice juiciness to this. Now, I cooked this on my Weber Kettle for about 8 hours. Then I finished the remainder of the cook in my oven. So it sat there in my oven for about 2.5 more hours. So overall, this cook took about 12 and a half hours. I thought it was going to be a bit shorter. I probably could have bumped up temps in my Weber Kettle. I didn't do that. I lost some sunlight, so I just went ahead and wrapped it up. I've got my reserve juice here. Again, we simply seasoned that pork with salt and seasoned salt, black pepper. And then so now here you have the finished final product. Look at that bark. Can you see that? Fat is rendered, right? Absolutely delicious. So here's what I'm going to do. I left some of these pieces in here quite chunky. This will be my lunch throughout the week. Then I went ahead and chopped some up. My kids, you know, if they've got to take some out of a sandwich and take it apart, they're more or less inclined to eat the actual sandwich. I made my own barbecue sauce as well as my own hamburger buns. Guys, this is the end of this video. I will see you guys next week for a new video. If you haven't done so, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for all your support.